Today, you find Justin Crawford at the Atlanta Falcons practice facility, but just 2 years ago, you would have seen him working the Taco Bell drive-through line in Morgantown, West Virginia, just to make ends meet. But hard work is nothing new to him, as he's been able to balance being a successful student athlete, working fast food, and raising two young boys. Let's talk a little bit about rookie Justin Crawford.
Sure.
One of 7 kids, raised by a single mother. He worked at Taco Bell a little bit throughout college to help make ends meet. We know what he can do on the field. How is he going to help this team off the field?
Number one, like any rookie coming into this spot, their first, job is to, show the talent side that they have. So I'll give you an example. We're looking definitely for players who have good character, which Justin does. And we're also looking players who have really good talent, which he does. The magic is you want guys who have both. And so back in my recruiting days in college, they might say, hey, coach, this guy would run through the wall for you. I would try to run from that person as far as they could. They may have had excellent character, but no talent. And just the same on the other side. Hey, coach, this guy has all the talent. If you can get him straight, I think, he's got a real chance. I would also run from that person because you're looking for the person that has both. Who has really good character to put the work in, to put it out hard, and then the other side for the person who has talent, but not going to let those two. So finding guys like Justin who, it's that razor's edge of having both, that's what you're looking for.
And you've got all these great guys. What's your biggest piece of advice for them to help set themselves apart?
I would say number one, how fast can you acclimate to the team? If you want respect here, be someone you can respect. So what you've done to get to this spot is not going to be enough to stay here. So how do I study? Would you help me do that? How would I, looked at their notebooks the other day. It's okay, let's share this best practice amongst the 30 of us in here. How do you take notes? How do you go through it? And each position is a little bit different. The quarterback may have to have more study time than the cornerback. That doesn't mean that they're not working just as hard. The cornerback may have to do more on-field work than the quarterback may at that time. So I'd say have a real understanding of your role, what you're asked to do, and then how deep can you take that? Because there's always a bigger spot you can go to. And I'll often say to them, how well do you know the information? And they say, I think I got it pretty good. I say, do you know it well enough that you can teach it? And if you know your playbook well enough that you could teach it to somebody, then I think you're in the right space.
Thanks so much for your time,
good
Coach.
job.
Good luck this season.
Thanks.
Justin, most of the guys in this room are just athletes. How does being a husband and a father shape you?
I can say it matures you a lot or whatever that because your time is always consumed and you always have something to do outside of football. It's not just football, you go home, sleep, rest, whatever the case may be. You get home, you might have to cook, you might have to take out trash, you might have to do something for the wife. It's just little stuff.
And your dad drowned trying to save a 12-year-old boy. That story is inspiring to anyone. What have you learned from his life and his death?
Just, live every day to the fullest, because the next day is not promised to nobody. He was supposed to come home and I was supposed to see him that next morning, but I ain't never go to sleep. And my grandma was sitting in the front room, my auntie was sitting in the front room, and everybody was just trying to figure out what was going on. And then we just figured out that he had been drowned. They found him 7 o'clock in the morning, floating in his face or whatever not. So just from all that, live with no regrets, honestly.
And what were your first thoughts when you had found that out?
It really didn't hit home to me until probably a month afterwards, because me and my dad wasn't really that close or whatever, but still he was my dad. So just him not being there, not hearing his voice, not being able to, talk to him if I need to talk to him, it was just hard.
And would you say that motivates you to be a better father for your boys?
Oh yeah, no doubt about it, because I can't imagine me not being in my son's life and guiding them and just, walking them down the right path instead of them learning everything the hard way like I did.
Thanks so much for your time.
No problem.